big days. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Third down and 12. Here's Palmer to throw. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Dixon. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating the There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. That's caught at the 3. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Kenneth Dixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Santos now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Here's Mallett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Dolphins here on 3rd down. 56 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Mallett now. Over the middle here to Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
This will be taken in at the 1, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, here's Palmer. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Palmer, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back to throw. Finding time. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Ware in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. He's got time. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They had no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Here we go now.
Mallet now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost a game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just about everything, and we forget that's still a long field goal attempt.
And so much pressure there at the end of the game. It's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you're either the hero or you're the GOAT.
And what you also hope is that you've built up equity with your team by making a whole lot of big kicks before so that the occasional miss doesn't hurt you going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.